Arden, one of the few single-tax communities left in the U.S. This small utopian community of artists has survived for over a century. So what makes this village so special?
I was born August 6, 1945, the day of the bombing of Hiroshima. I first learned about it when I was 4 years old, and it came to play a central role in my life. In the 60s, during Vietnam, having to think about the bomb every year I had a birthday, I decided to object to the war, registered as a conscientious objector, and at the time I was going to Roanoke College, is where I met Connie, and we decided we needed to go north. I had friends that were fleeing to Canada. I had real strong feelings about not doing that because I come from a pioneer family. We go back to before 1800, and so I've got deep family roots here.
I was born in Long Island, New York. When I was 4, I moved upstate with my parents and right to a small farm on the Susquehanna River. My father originally had worked on boats at the Brooklyn Navy Yard, and when we moved up there, he always loved the water, so we built boats there. We built rowboats, and we had a little speedboat that he built specifically for me. What I really like about Arden is the sense of community that we have here. You can walk up and down the street, no sidewalks here, and sometimes it's hard to take a long walk because you'll run into somebody and you'll start talking. So it's kind of a community thing where everybody knows everyone else and seems to care about everyone else, and seems to enjoy each other's company here.
A lot of people in the 60s were going off to found communes. We found one fully formed. We didn't have to found one. And it combined a place for big ideas, a respect for progressive values, and an integration of arts and crafts into everyday life that absolutely suited us right to the ground. I found myself for the first time in my life surrounded by really progressive people.
It's clear to see why artists from all over the nation would move to Arden. So Rick, what attracted you to Arden in the first place?
Well, Arden is well known as a cultural community, especially here in Delaware. It really is amazing how much culture this small community develops. And basically, I moved to Delaware in '78 to go to graduate school here. Moved into the city and lived and worked there for almost 10 years. And it was clear at that point, if I wanted to raise a family, everybody said, if you're an artist, you've got to go to Arden. And it seemed like it was the place to be.
Creatively, what does Arden foster that you feel you can't get, say, in a larger city?
It's small enough that it's like family. When I have a success, that success is shared by my neighbors and my friends. I'm grateful for the opportunity to be amongst friends that are supported on such a personal level, and I think that's a really special thing. And I think you have it in other places just as well, but it's really about the people and about the opportunity to share what I love to do, my passion.
Arden is one of the very few utopian art communities left. So how do you think it stayed relevant, and how do you think it will stay relevant in the future?
It's interesting that we use the word utopian. Originally, utopian refers to the Greek for not a place. It's an imaginary thing. It's a hopeful thing. It's something that we're all working towards. I think it stays relevant because the conversation never stops, because they're open to the sort of change that the future embraces. So the best is yet to come, I'm sure.
Rick, Russ, and Warren still live here, and the apparent influx of new artists shows that the early principles of Arden's founders is what keeps the creative spirit here alive.